Was that the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, that was. Happy Fragrant Friday, Fraghead. Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with the holiday special. There you have it. Here we are, a day late, but still celebrating Halloween, even up till the Jersey. I hope you had a great Halloween. Let me know if you did anything special, and let me know if you dressed up. Every year I dress up as Eeyore. And this year, I had a lot of stuff on my plate. I was not able to do so, unfortunately. So this is kind of my Halloween party here with you guys. I'll probably next week do a single fragrance review, but this week I also wanted to do another question I really enjoyed a couple weeks ago when I asked you guys a question, and I wanted to take a walk down memory lane a little bit with one particular fragrance on my end. So my question for you this week, besides, of course, I have a lot of questions because what costume did you wear? What did you do for Halloween? And then the other one would be with regard to fragrance, what is your exception to the rule? If you, and it could be one of many, right? But think of an exception to the rule that you have. And what I mean by that is, I think of a particular note or even a certain style or class of fragrance that you normally don't care for, but there's just one fragrance that kind of breaks all the rules. It's very suggestive that you're not going to like it, but for some odd reason, maybe you can't even put into words why, you just really, really like that one. So what is mine, you ask? Well, you didn't ask, but I'm pretending you asked. Mine is Déclaration Parfum by Cartier. So in this particular case, I have reviewed this one already. Last year, Dr. Gu over at Locked Scents sent me, I think, the exact same size too, and he sent me another package recently and threw this one in. I said, "Yeah, sure, that sounds good. I want to smell it," because I didn't really focus on the name and the fact that I had already reviewed it. And then as soon as I opened it up, I was like, aha, because this has an extremely distinctive smell that we're going to talk about today. So my exception to the rule, I have a few, but the one that I really want to talk about today is Déclaration Parfum de Cartier. Why? I do not like cumin, and so I like it on food. But I've said before, you can say, at least in American English, you can say cumin or cumin, and I think the Brits typically say cumin. Either way, I don't like cumin in fragrance. I don't. To me, it smells too much like BO. And that's why when I did a full review of this, which you can check out in the upper corner, I'll do my finger dance and you can check it out. For the full review, the first 10 or 15 minutes, maybe even a tad longer, is just BO. And that's why I don't like cumin normally. There's a couple of amouage that I can think of that I like. But this is one that I do absolutely love. And it is the exception to the rule. I don't normally have a cumin-based fragrance in my collection, but I would have this one without the shadow of a doubt. So let's take a look at the smell though. This has a very, very strong BO. It is kind of off-putting for the first 10 or 15 minutes, but wow, does this thing heat up, because it is exceptionally well blended. It's a 2018 release, and it is an eau de parfum. It is a parfum, and it is by Mathilde Laurent. It looks like Mathilde Laurent. And she did a fantastic job, because once the spices, with the exception of cumin, the other spices, the woods, the amber, and the bitter orange actually come to the forefront and blend. Man, this thing becomes a home run. I just, in the last 2 weeks, I have seared through so much of this one, and I did last year too in the same size. I really need to get my hands on a bottle of this eventually. I guess, after wearing it in the last 2 weeks, the only thing besides the obvious of the cumin, the other thing I would say is As a parfum, I do wish it lasted a little bit longer and projected better. It could be because of the atomizer, but I really don't think it is. I wish it did. Normally, I dock for things like that, but I did not. I gave it a 5 out of 5 in my 5-spray system of reviewing and rating, and I just couldn't. I couldn't get myself to take off points because I felt like the fact that it was so masterfully blended compensated for these little annoyances. And so I gave it a 5 out of 5 sprays. And so that is my exception to the rule. I am not a cumin guy when it comes to fragrance, but I really like it. I know a lot of you guys don't like sweet fragrances. Maybe there's one in particular that just so happens to tickle your fancy. Now, with regard to how it smells after the first 10 or 15 minutes, here's what I want you to imagine. Because the bitter orange top note is really a stroke of genius on her behalf. It kind of reminds me of a Custom National Pour Homme, not in how it smells, but in the fact that it's such a clash, right, of fragrances. It would appear to some to be kind of a Frankenstein group of notes, but I don't agree. I actually love the fact that it has this really harsh bitter orange mixed with the cumin and other warm spices, and then the amber wood comes into play along with other woodsy notes. And leather, and it has animalic notes also. I don't usually like a lot of animalic notes as well, but I just happen to really, really like this fragrance. So what does it smell like? It smells like, this is going to be pretty specific, but you guys have asked me to include more of what it actually smells like. Here's what I think. I was recently in Belgium, and I went to a cathedral, and it reminds me, with the bitter orange, it reminds me of an old world cathedral. So of course, with no air conditioning, goes without saying, but I'll say it. So it's like an old world cathedral. The incense, right? No air conditioning, warm. You can smell the wood from the pews. You're able to smell a perfume from a woman nearby, so it's mixed with that, and then you just so happen to have a cup of Indian or Middle Eastern tea in your hand. Obviously, that's extremely specific, but it really does smell like Indian tea. Because it does have cardamom, and I do feel like it's got an Indian tea element, but I also strongly feel like, it's got just a very austere cathedral incense, warm vibe to it as well. And then the bitter orange is just a nice touch because it adds kind of a woman's perfume element to it, almost like a maybe it's the amberwood too, because it's almost like a makeup kit. It's not though, but it's similar. And so these three things mixed together into something that is, I would use the word intoxicating, and that's why I gave it a 5 out of 5. So I will this will be my scent of the day. So if you guys did not celebrate Halloween at all, it's not celebrated in every country, of course. If you didn't celebrate Halloween, and you just want to tell us your scent of the day, that would be great. So what is your scent of the day? And comment and let us know. I went 5 out of 5. Make sure you check out the full review. And also, of course, let me know what your exception to the rule is. I would love to know. And let us know the reason, of course. So we're going to go 5 out of 5. Boom. Boom. Aha. Boom. Boom. And we'll spray on Michael himself. Boom. There you have it. Another episode by the boards. This was the Halloween special. I hope you guys are doing great. Next week will be a single fragrance review. I'll go back to that. I'm looking forward to doing a review. And have a great weekend. And always remember, my friends, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. I normally wouldn't have a human-based fragrance in my collection, but I would absolutely have this one. Excuse me. So, 1, 2, 3. Because it does have the... oh, man. 1, 2, 3. So let me know which one you have in your collection as the exception to the rule. Let me know what you wore for Halloween. And let me know if you did anything special for Halloween. And of course, this is the Halloween episode for moi. In every sense of the word, as I said, I did not go to any parties. I had a lot on my plate, but I'm happy that I'm able to get an episode out to you guys. Couple things so 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3.